Hi, Bob Paskins here, sales consultant and creator of the Growth Matrix, where we elevate salespeople and sales processes to achieve desired growth. In this Sales Tip Tuesday, we are going to look at and discuss what I call the 90-minute rule. This can be found in the achievement component of the Growth Matrix. I would like to share a story about Eric. Eric had a tough sales year. For the year, he only hit 40% of his sales goals. Seemingly everything went wrong. Opportunities he thought he would get didn't go his way. Other prospects decided to push out their acquisitions to the following year. Even a couple of his clients shut their doors or were acquired by bigger companies. All told, the year was very disappointing, and Eric was losing his confidence in his sales abilities. When I met with Eric, he was in a funk. He knew that he could sell, but something was missing. Out of the 5 years with the company, this was the first one he had not hit his numbers. Eric just sat there shaking his head. I mentioned to him advice I had heard from World Series winning manager Joe Madden. Joe Madden was the manager of the Chicago Cubs. Joe was brought on to see if he could turn around a team that had not won a World Series in 108 years. That's a lot of losing. In fact, the Cubs were frequently called the lovable losers. Joe Madden had a rule. If the team lost the game, they would only focus on that game for 90 minutes. During that time, they could look to see where improvements needed to be made. After that, though, it was on to the next game. This did not mean that the team would not lose any more games. Shoot, they lost over 60 games the year they won the World Series. However, it changed the team's mindset by not allowing the team to dwell on the loss. The same principle needs to be applied to salespeople. As a salesperson, you are not going to win every deal, or you may not hit your sales goals every year. Realize that happens to the best of salespeople. Your job is to learn from the experience, look to see where improvements can be made, and move on to the next opportunity. You need to know the 90-minute rule. Well, Eric just did that, although he added a bit more flair. Eric went out to his garage and found a large firecracker. He then wrote 2020, the year he did not hit his sales goals, on the firecracker and shot it into the air. Eric gleefully laughed as the firecracker exploded, taking all of his disappointment away. After that, Eric shifted his mindset and began focusing on the new opportunity. Here's a sales tip. Don't dwell on the losses. Learn from them. Find ways to improve and move on to the next opportunity. Follow the 90-minute rule. One other sales tip. If you had a great year, savor the moment. Celebrate your success with others. But it is equally important to move on to the next opportunity as well. I've seen many salespeople bask in the glory of the prior year for too long and miss out on opportunities in the following year. If you or your company would like more information on my sales consulting services or would like a free 30-minute consultation, feel free to reach out to me through my website at bobpaskins.com. Thanks for watching.